Hello, hello, azniel here, and this is day 4 for Honkai Star Rail playthrough. Alright, so let's begin. Okay, so last time we were supposed to follow Zila into the mines because she wouldn't take us together with Bronya. So we'll see what she wants, and hopefully we'd be able to get to meet the big wigs of the underground.
Hey, you came. That was fast.
What is Wildfire doing in the mine?
Didn't I tell you? Long story short, the underground used to have many mines. However, in recent years, some sort of corrosion called the fragmentum started to spread. It's ruined a lot of mines. The one we're heading into is relatively unaffected. A bunch of vagrants made it their home after their old turf was consumed by the fragmentum. Actually, most of them are pretty honest folks. But with such a large group, it's inevitable that troublemakers will find their way in. They've been stealing stuff from the miners and picking fights. And that's not the worst of it. Things are much more serious this time. For 2 days now, huge clashes have been breaking out between the miners and the vagrants. It isn't pretty. Mines are our lifelines in the underworld. We have to keep providing geomarrow to the overworld in exchange for supplies. In order to quell the situation, Chief Oleg brought Wildfire into the mine and left me in charge of security for the towns. But the situation in the mine is critical. I have to back him up.
I don't think I understood. Never mind, I just wanna go through with the story. I wanna unlock the relics.
That's for you. The Chief will decide your fate when we see him.
Good. I've been wanting to come face to face with the leader of the underworld.
You're about to come face to face with reality.
Yeah, because the big wigs up top think they're helping everyone. Right. For some reason they closed it off, so... Anyway, let's go in.
Huh? Isn't that the doctor lady?
What's Natasha doing here? Things must be worse than I thought.
But first, just a quick look if there are any chests around here. Probably not. Anyway, I'll explore it later.
Nat, I didn't think you'd be here. Where's Oleg?
Hey, Zila and Sampo's guests. So it looks like you've already met. I haven't seen Oleg. The miners said they saw him take a group further in.
These people... what's going on?
Miners and their family members. They want an explanation from the instigators. This area up ahead is a vagrant dwelling, but they've sealed off the entrance. I guess they're afraid that angry miners might try to take revenge. I heard that many were injured in the clashes, so I hurried over here to see if I could help.
How could the situation here become such a mess?
I heard that First Mining Team found a geomarrow vein with incredible deposits. The initial estimate put it at the largest discovery in the last 30 years.
Are you serious? That's big news. How come I never heard about it?
Well, they weren't in a hurry to make it known. Most of the mines have been contaminated by the fragmentum. Many people are out of work, but the vagrants here have keen eyes. They couldn't keep it hidden from them. Some local gangs wanted to profit from the situation, so they blackmailed the mining team for hush money. And that was the final straw.
The vein should belong to those who discovered it, or that's a price regarding a secret. Discovered, I think.
As it happens, that's exactly the law we have down here. But the vagrants have their own custom. See it, share it. And that's how the clash started. Now both sides are dealing with heavy losses. So, are you guys here to help resolve the conflict?
I could, for a price.
They're here because they need a favor from Chief Oleg. I'm escorting them. And seeing as you need that helping hand, it wouldn't be too much to ask you to lend one here first, right?
Of course we want to help. We care about other people too, you know.
Well, she does. Sounds like a fair trade-off.
Of course it is. Nobody gives without expecting something in return.
I believe we're dealing with kind-hearted people here, Zila. As you've all seen, the situation down here is, strained. If you can, we would really appreciate you helping the people.
There we go. That's what I really wanted to unlock. New feature available. Character relics. Provides the wearer with bonus stats. Gains bonus buffs if the wearer has complete set equipped. That's more like it. Oops. Alright. Enter the relic equipping menu. Select relic. Relics can offer stat bonuses to characters. Equip. Select a relic for the hands. Collect relic sets to activate powerful set effects. So 2 pieces of musketeer attack increased by 12%. But I want to remove because I want everything to prioritize with Zila. Alright. Okay, what is this? Increased defense? I don't need that. Attack. And then the attack again. This is for the defense one. Knight defense. Okay, so the rest are defense. I don't really have a choice on that one. I don't have much relics yet. Maybe. Should I give this a main character? Maybe not yet. Anyway, I got the 2-piece set, so that'll increase the attack.
Nice.
Relic. Cavern relics. Cavern relics are phantasmal equipment preserved and reconstructed by fragmenting. They can offer stat boosts to a character and provide extra buffs when worn as a set. You have a chance to receive cavern relics as you trailblaze. You may also challenge caverns of corrosion to obtain cavern relics more efficiently. Who's messaging? Found some strange items. Relics. That was pretty obvious. So what's a relic? They type pretty fast. That didn't explain it so much. Expert in relic research.
The giant ore vein. The one they discovered. That must be where the clashes are centered. Come on, let's get to higher ground and take a look.
Not exactly, not yet. I want to take a look if I unlocked anything. I knew it! There were some here. I need this, and I need the boots. And I need another extra set. Alright. I'll give these to the main character. Wait, this is purple! This is a lot better, I think. Oh crap, remove. Wear that. And wear that. Zila gets priority equipment. HP def not really stats I need, but whatever. Crit rate, no, there's more like it. The 4-piece set is the wearer's speed increases by 6% and basic attack damage. That's pretty good. Are these things something that I could enhance? Okay. Relic XP material. I need those. So I can't exactly enhance anything just yet. Should I give the main character defense for now? Or maybe my buffer? I guess I'll just give it to my buffer. Activate a 4-piece relic set effect. Okay, I got that. Last one is complete Trailblaze mission. The past will return as an avalanche. What is this? Trailblaze. Oh, for leveling up Trailblaze. But oh, it's just credits. I don't need that much credits. I could also get them here anyway. For now, I'm gonna focus on these unless I get relic dungeon thingies. I think it's kind of telling me about the world level thingy, just like in Genshin. Next stop should be Low. I wonder if there's anything I could unlock. Or do I even have any credits left for this?
It's getting late. Where to now?
Let me see what you got. There are equipments, but I don't have any currencies. Let's check this out. Physical damage. So this is for main character for now. After the wearer attacks or is hit, their attack increases 5% for the rest of the battle. Yep, I'm gonna need all of these for the main character.
Oh, Zila, thank goodness you came. We were nearly,
Nothing but a few knuckleheads. I'm just glad you're okay. Antonia, have you seen Chief Oleg?
Oleg? He took a group into the intersection. Said it was to clear off the invading robots. They've been gone for a while now. If Wildfire was around, those thugs wouldn't have dared.
Seems like the core of this problem is Svarog's robots.
We need to talk about this
The
boss.
boss. He appeared suddenly after the guards were redeployed and became a major player in the underworld. Svarog claims to be a guardian of humanity, while the ownerless robots obey his commands. They've occupied the Furnace Core hub, and they're not letting anyone get close. Nobody knows why Svarog did any of this. He usually doesn't leave the Furnace Core and interfere unless some kind of disorder breaks out in the underworld.
Wait, a guardian of humanity? That can command robots? I've never heard of anything like.
Looks like your mighty architects weren't as all-knowing as you thought.
Can you two say anything without quarreling? This isn't the time! It sounds like there's danger waiting for us in the intersection. Can we still get through?
They could argue all they want. We're moving along. I want to meet Svarog in this news. We saved the miners, let's go back. We haven't found Wildfire yet.
Right. There's unfinished business here. The chief is still down there. It's only a bunch of scrap metal. What are we afraid of?
Oh, is Zila starting to appreciate our strength?
I'll be honest. You guys are hardworking. If everyone from Wildfire were as impressive as you on the battlefield, we wouldn't be so hard-pressed by Svarog. Antonia, can you take the mining team back through the entrance to meet up with Natasha?
Yeah, sure thing. But be careful. There are a lot of robots up ahead.
This vein. So this is what everyone is fighting over. Mr.
Alright.
Svarog, It's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geomarrow before.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days. I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the or in question. State your true intention, Clara.
Right. I wanted Mr. Svarog to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30 days.
Wait, so he's not bad at all. He's just preventing the fight.
I know why you did it, Mr. Svarog. It's just, I don't think it'll be enough. The mining team and Wildfire. They don't understand your actions. If only we could do more for them.
My mission is the protection of the underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my calculations. Human behavior will always deviate from rational calculation, Clara.
Indeed.
As evidenced by their presence here.
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
Sela, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the underworld is the optimal strategy for survival.
This again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. Withdraw your forces, or I'll lose my temper.
You know what? I'm kind of with Svarog on this one. Kind of feels like seagulls and airhead at this situation.
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
But they're missing some data. See, you can't really make accurate calculations if your data is incomplete. Case in point, our presence here ensures that, well, most likely we will win. Unless, of course, this is a boss that you can't really beat. Stronger than
More
other
fashionably
robots.
dressed, too. Hey, is he about to leave? What about the girl in red?
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills. Don't hit them too hard.
I was getting bored of those minions. Time for a real fight. Come at me!
This is not comfortable. I feel like we're on the wrong damn side.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea. Butterflies. Illusions of the past.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens. Greatest one!
Rules are made to be broken!
Great.
How much damage did I do? Oh, I guess not that much. What? About to explode. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Who is going to get a turn? Might as well buff the main character.
a series, one at a time.
Normal damage here, and focus health off.
Phew. Not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
A lot.
I really
which is
don't
why
think we should be
Wildfire
destroying
has never
all
been
of them.
able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have.
The girl in red.
Clara? Don't worry about her. That girl is best pals with Svarog. She's always following behind him. He wouldn't harm her. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it. Let's look for the chief.
Because it feels like you're an airhead.
No need to look far. Nice work, Zelo. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from? We thought we were in it for the long haul.
Chief, is everyone okay?
We're fine. We're used to it at this point. We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. The mine should be quiet for a while. And, who are your friends here?
Ah, them. They're outsiders that Sample brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
Again, I'm not feeling comfortable about this because I don't think we're on the right side, but whatever. You the chief, you're a hard man to find.
That's quite the tone to take on our first meeting. I won't forget you in a hurry.
I won't forget you either because you're speaking without moving your lips.
So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire. What help is it you need?
Mission to look for the Stellaron.
I didn't know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too. Impressive.
Well, this is new. Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld. And now outsiders are looking for assistance from us. This Stellaron you speak of. I've never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one name does come to mind.
Bukolia, huh?
The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
Stop right there. I won't allow you to insult the Madam Guardian.
Why not? She's a liar.
Miss Overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer.
Cat got your tongue? Huh?
I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect your request. I will leave it at that for now. Let's get back to the main topic. The name that came to my mind was Svarog.
Huh? Isn't Svarog Wildfire's sworn enemy?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
Is he really that old? He looks pretty new. You mean the war with the Antimatter Legion? That's a big war.
Yeah, I remember hearing this world was invaded by the Legion hundreds of years ago.
Robots don't forget. If Svarog hasn't heard of your Stellaron, then I'm afraid perhaps no one has.
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince Svarog to communicate with us.
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go through it ourselves.
What should we do?
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that wildfire is a threat. Still, if it were you guys...
Yeah, technically we're not part of you
It's
guys.
difficult to say. We have time. Let's get into the details tomorrow. It's late, and you must have been through a lot. Go back to the town and rest.
Again? I'm starting to get nervous of arranged rest on this planet.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Nice.
Okay, so they told us to go to this hotel and let's go.
Oh, you must be Oleg's guests. Welcome to the Gerda Grand Hotel. Yep,
Where is it?
you've probably seen that stylish Gerda Hotel above ground, right?
Same owner?
Not the most pleasant memories of that place.
That's the above-ground branch of the Grand Hotel. A few hundred years ago, one ancestor of the Gerda family was ambitious and sought to build something big from nothing. He eventually realized his dream and opened a hotel branch in the most expensive area on the surface.
Oh, people with big dreams have big determination.
And?
Oleg wants me to take good care of y'all. Here's the key. You'll be staying in our most spacious guest room.
What do you think? Should we go ahead and call it a day? Time to rest again. I hope there aren't any surprises this time.
Flag planted.
That Oleg, he seems sincere. What do you guys think?
Well, maybe, but I don't trust anyone. Appearances can be deceiving.
Happy now? He's even starting to sound like you.
It has nothing to do with me, but if you ask for my opinion, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Fine. We'll keep our guards up. Our last hotel experience was eventful, to say the least.
March 7th is way too optimistic for her own
One
good.
of us should keep watch tonight.
Keep watch? Are we space cowboys now? I guess this is the cosmic Wild West.
Leave it to me.
You seem pretty exhausted. Don't overexert yourself. I'll do it.
I'll keep watch.
Look who's talking. The girl who went to arrest us. Huh.
Bronya, did you finish talking to Oleg? Hope he didn't make things difficult for you.
Not really. Though it wasn't the friendliest conversation. We didn't see eye to eye on everything. I've come to know a great deal in a short time. Doubt I'll be able to fall asleep tonight.
I doubt I'll be able to sleep either. Not that I don't trust you. It's just, you're a Silvermane guard officer in the underground.
Exactly.
There might be people looking to harm you.
Not worried about that.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are. Silvermane guards have a lot to make amends for down here. If someone had made a stand in the outset and explained the consequences to Madame Cocolia, forget it. It's meaningless to talk about it now.
You never expected that your Madame Cucolium might be the one that's causing this.
You don't need to worry about me. Oleg guaranteed that I wouldn't be harmed. He seemed like a man of his word. Go and rest.
Exactly what the other lady told us. And look where we are. No cabinet escapades this time, huh? Okay.
I lost her. My wish. Your so-called plan. What is the point of it all? Silence! She is my daughter. My only... You soulless thing. How could you begin to fathom? You will never understand. Never!
Being corrupted? Okay.
A new world.
That voice again.
No kidding.
Such a strange dream. May as well go for a walk if I can't.
So, am I going to be expecting more trouble?
Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up behind me next time. Lucky for you, I wasn't armed. No sleep for you either, huh?
I've been having nightmares recently.
I understand. The more that weighs on your mind, the more your fears become dreamscapes.
No, it's more like your mother's being corrupted by the Stellaron, and I can hear it because I have a Stellaron inside my body.
Actually, seeing as there's no one around, can I ask you some things? This Stellaron you speak of, if you were to find it, how sure are you that you could stop the eternal freeze?
Probably 100%.
Your confidence actually makes me even more worried. This isn't like helping a child make a snowball. You know, it was difficult for me to believe you. Some of the words you use are too alien for those that have lived their entire life in Belobog. As far as I was concerned, Madame Cocolia's order to arrest you sounded reasonable. But why didn't she issue it straight away? She must have realized something about you. Something I haven't yet been able to perceive for myself. It bothers me.
Did you actually believe her logic? Rebellion and all that? When we just came to the planet?
What must have transpired to cause her such a drastic change? Still, orders are orders. It's not for soldiers to question their superiors.
Which is why it makes it wrong. Only a fool follows orders blindly.
I don't need you to remind me. And I didn't have every confidence that I was doing the right thing. But the sense of duty to carry out an order is bound to prevail with me. In the past, overworld soldiers on the front line would lose their lives in droves. And yet, the Fragmentum's advance would remain unaffected. Nevertheless, that was her reason for deploying all the Silvermane guards to the front line. The transport line for supplies in Geomera remained open, but the passage between the surface and the underground ceased. I approved of that decision. I never thought that the underworld would sink into such ruin without the Silvermane guards. Perhaps Mother was wrong. But how can I change her mind? I've tried, but she won't listen. I don't know how to get through to her.
We'll help you.
Help me change the mind of the Madam Guardian? Not easy. Nobody knows that better than I do.
Maybe we can do it Anakin Skywalker's way. You know, aggressive negotiations.
The more I think about it, the more disoriented I get. Which in turn makes me think about it even more. I just want a better life for the people of Belobog.
Maybe, let's work together. Maybe we can make a change.
Maybe you're right. Or not. Right now, I just need more time to think. Walk with me. Let's forget our problems for a while.
Is that a date?
I can't remember the last time I went for a walk like this. I never thought I'd take one through such a strange place, with someone I'd only just gotten to know. It's so quiet here. I'm not used to it. Quieter things are around you, the louder they... I'm surprised the vagrants in the Great Mine go after the mining teams. They must be desperate. Still, whatever their situation, a crime is a crime. How is the law supposed to find a balance between justice and compassion in the face of such complexity?
How much longer can you last with your current supplies?
Huh, it's
Is
Zila.
that Zila? Let's go take a look.
I know. I'll go to Rivet Town and bring them back for you.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Get Oleg to send someone with you.
The rest of Wildfire has barely gotten any sleep the last few days. They should rest. They'd only be holding their eyelids open and slowing me down. Besides, didn't you say some of the miners were gravely injured? Lives are on the line.
Is there trouble?
Aren't you supposed to be sleeping? What are you doing out here? Up to no good, perhaps?
We're just having a walk, neither of us could sleep. You can rescind your baseless accusations.
Walk somewhere else, then.
Easy, Zila. Maybe they can help.
No problem. We'll help with anything.
Oh, yeah? Well, look at you swaggering in like the protagonist in your own story.
You don't say.
Here's the situation. The clinic is packed full of people injured in the mines incident. Since you helped us resolve things, Zila and I have been busy caring for them. As you know, the underground is lacking resources to begin with. Add on the sudden nature of the incident, and it's no surprise that the clinic is almost out of medical supplies. We need to acquire more, somehow.
Are there other towns in the underground?
The situation in other towns is even worse than ours. As the fragmentum spreads underground, more monsters go roaming around, causing trouble for all the towns. That means more vagrants in the mines. The town's resources have been swallowed up by the fragmentum. To get anything now, people have to risk their lives.
Easy now, Zila. Anger isn't good for one's health. Zila and I actually aren't from here. We both come from an industrial town to the north. A few years ago, the fragmentum began to seep into the town center. I used to manage an orphanage and clinic there. But after the fragmentum corroded the area, I had no choice but to move here to Boulder Town. After all, I have to survive myself if I want to save more people.
Go to a corroded town to collect some useful resources? I'm in.
Alright, what's the plan?
You want to come as well? But you look quite tired.
Hold up. I never said you could join us.
People's lives are at stake. Why wouldn't you want another person to help? Besides, I have some experience with the fragmentums. I'm sure I will be of use.
Well, just don't slow me down.
Zila's lack of outright rejection means she approves of you. With you all accompanying her, my mind will be more at ease. Come, let me give you a list of materials we need. The place you're going to is called Rivet Town. Follow the path through the mountains to the north for a bit, and you'll arrive there. Let me think. I'm almost out of metal plates and bandages used for immobilizing broken bones. There's a market in the center of Rivet Town. Residents left behind piles of materials there when they evacuated. Please look for some there. Oh, also rubbing alcohol. I kept a bunch at the orphanage, since the kids often got into tussles. I didn't bring it with me when I left. I hope it's still intact. Lastly, painkillers. There should be a bunch stored in the old lab. Hopefully they haven't been destroyed by monsters. These should be enough to get by for a bit longer. Be careful. Don't push yourselves too hard.
Metal plates and bandages, rubbing alcohol, and painkillers. Got it. Piece of cake. Let's go. If we leave now, we can still make it back before sundown. When it comes to helping injured people groaning in pain, the sooner the better.
Sundown when we don't even have a
passing
sun.
by, were you really planning on going into the fragmentum alone?
Of course. What's all the fuss about? I've done that loads of times.
So reckless. According to the rules of the Silvermane Guards, any expedition into the fragmentum must have a squad of at least 4 members, as well as a communications officer.
Exactly. A rule of the Silvermane Guards. Don't apply your rules to us. We're here. This is Rivet Town. Everything looks familiar. Let's go. And watch your step. I haven't been here in a long time. There are probably some monsters around. Way over there. See that house on the hill? That's Natasha's old orphanage. After Oleg found me, he sent me there. I spent over half my childhood in that place.
Looks quite impressive.
Natasha said that the house was donated by some rich businessman. Whatever his business may have been, he must have been a good person. I miss those carefree days as a kid.
Huh.
What? Nothing to say?
No, it's just... this place seems familiar somehow. Never mind.
Ooh,
Weirdo.
mystery.
Darn. How could they all be empty? Now even the monsters are gathering supplies?
The monsters of the Fragmentum don't need any materials we humans use. And if they did take anything, this place would look much messier.
You mean that someone else got here and took everything before us?
It's just a guess, but there are also some footprints on the ground here.
The scent of dirt is still fresh. They can't have come too long before us. Let's go then. We need to find something, even if we have to search every corner of this market. We made it! It's been so long.
These crates have been sitting here for many years, right? Even if they have materials in them, are you sure they are still usable?
Do you think undergrounders care about expiration dates? Even having any supplies is a miracle in itself. No. No. Empty. How are they all empty? Who could have...
Careful! Enemy behind you!
I've only seen this kind of monster before in the restricted zone.
I don't care how big you are. You dare sneak up on us from behind. This is it for you, pal! So you are afraid of me.
This is it.
That was it?
Well, it was 3 against 1. It wouldn't have been so easy on your own though.
Nah, I could have taken it on by myself. But still, fighting alongside you two was pretty fun. Should be all clear now. Let's poke around. The kids at the orphanage were always getting into scraps when we played out here. If I remember it right, there ought to be some supplies for our cuts and bruises stored in that corner there. I just hope the monster didn't get to them.
It wasn't my imagination.
Huh? What are you talking about?
This building? This playground equipment? I've seen it all before.
What? Come on. The overground and underground have been sealed off from each other for over 10 years. It would have been used if a Silvermane guard had come down here, let alone an overworld princess. Wait, unless... before that...
Yes, it's a possibility. That would explain why my memory of it is so blurry. Come on. I need to look around a bit more before I can be sure.
Anyone want to share with the rest of the class what you guys are talking about?
Hey, where are you going? Let's look...
Oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to go that way because there's nothing here.
We've looked everywhere but here. I hope my memory is right. It's... Ah! Yes! We found it! Great! And it's barely damaged. Nat wouldn't have expected her old supplies from years ago to have stayed in such good condition.
You should still check the expiration date for things like rubbing alcohol. If it's expired, it won't be effective.
True. Let me check a few bottles. Huh? What's this?
Snow globe?
This is something from when I was a child.
When you were a child? Are you sure?
Could it be when you were a child you were here?
Yes. I I remember now. I used to live here. Before the architects took me away, before Madame Cocolia adopted me, I used to live here. I'm an undergrounder.
You're an undergrounder? Wait a minute. You're saying that Cocolia, the Supreme Guardian, adopted you?
So she's
Then-
not really your mother then.
Yes,
Not completely, anyway.
I'm the successor chosen by the architects. In the future, I will become the guardian who leads Belobog. Why? Why didn't I remember this until now? My childhood memories are so blurry.
You were too little to remember clearly. Should I implicate her? I kind of want to try implicating her. But she might be pissed, so... I don't know. Let's try implicating her.
No. Mother would never do that to me. There's no way she would.
I doubt that.
The architect said that the guardian successor is selected from among all people in Belobog. The selection process can take anywhere from a few years to a few decades. During that time, all children of the appropriate age in both the overworld and the underworld will be tested. In the end, only one child deemed as worthy will be chosen. I must have been chosen from among the children here and then taken to the surface.
The kids at the orphanage
That was
are
awkward.
always coming and going. I never thought that there would have been a future Supreme Guardian among us. Does Nat know about this? Could she have been keeping it a secret?
I don't think she knows. The selection of the successor is done with utmost secrecy. And the child chosen must completely say goodbye to their past, and thus... I became the daughter of Madame Cocolia. My only identity is that of guardian successor. But I'm not good enough. Every day I see Silvermane guards sacrifice their lives in the Fragmentum, but I've never had the resolve to try to change Mother's mind. The underworld has been struggling, but I never tried to help. I didn't even know that it was my own home that had fallen into such a dire state. In the end, I haven't been able to guard anything. How could they have thought that I was worthy to be the successor?
Their definition of worthy seems very sus. I mean, for all we know, it could be defined as worthy, meaning someone they could manipulate as a puppet or something. I mean, that's how it usually goes with people in power, right?
Hey, are you done?
Huh?
Wow. So annoying.
What?
What? You thought I should feel sorry for you after your little speech? You can hide in your palace while you fuss over your overworld problems. And on the front line, it's not even you who's putting their life in danger. But in the underworld, what do we worry about? If we'll have food for our next meal, or survive to the next week.
True that.
Even if I am but a small glimmer of light in this world, I must try my best to shine brightly for others. Didn't you say that? Well, if you really want to protect everyone, what are you standing here crying for? Get to it!
You're right. You're right. Self-pity doesn't help solve anything. Thank you, Sela. Usually when I feel sorry for myself, I am met with gentle consolation. Never has anyone dared to be tough and make me snap out of it.
I'm no good at consoling, but I can hit you on the head a few times, no problem. I can tell that you have a big burden to carry. Why do you force yourself to?
As the successor to the Guardian of Belobog, I must always be vigilant of my behavior and thoughts.
Meaning uptight.
Yeah, Lady Bronya. Miss Future Supreme Guardian comes from the same orphanage as me. Who thought it would be a good idea to put us together, huh? How about I show you around the orphanage a bit more? Unlike you, my memories from when I was little are crystal clear.
Okay. I'll indulge in old memories with you for a while.
One's taking it.
Warning. Warning. Danger detected.
I mean, no harm.
Protect Clara. Initiating active defense mode.
Perkins, don't! Stop! I've seen this person before. He's not bad, right?
Command received. Danger removed. Deactivating active defense mode.
This place is dangerous. You should leave.
I'm looking for medicine to help the injured. Shouldn't you be the one living, Missy?
Perkins is protecting me. I'll be alright. I'm going to leave after I gather up these painkillers. Is that what you're here for too?
Yep.
That would make sense. I'm sure a lot of miners are injured, right? Huh. If everyone could just get along, things would be easier. Here you are. I hope the medicine is of help to you.
Is Varro here too?
No. Mr. Svarog, he's my family. I met Mr. Svarog when I was real little. He took me in and took care of me. I'm really sorry about what happened back in the Great Mine. Mr. Svarog doesn't trust any humans besides me, especially everyone from Wildfire.
What did Svarog attack us?
Mr. Svarog doesn't want to hurt people, but he always follows the calculations of his analysis. He thinks that interaction with humans is inefficient. Wildfire wants everyone to leave the underground, but Mr. Svarog wants everyone to stay here. According to his calculations, the overground is already unsafe.
He's right to a certain point, but he doesn't have all the facts, including us. But is the underground safer? There must be some error in the system.
No, there can't be. Mr. Svarog is healthy. His system is always being maintained. He says that his responsibility is preservation. To do that, he must make decisions that best protect humanity.
The fragmentum will swallow up all the underground sooner or later, though. Sounds a lot like the Supreme Guardian. Should I say this or this one? The fragmentum will swallow up all the underground sooner or later.
I know that Wildfire wants to talk to Mr. Svarog, but no matter how many times you talk to him, Mr. Svarog won't change his mind.
How about us?
So please trust me. I'll try to persuade Mr. Svarog. Hopefully one day he'll finally listen.
Clara, what are you doing here?
You're Miss Sela from Wildfire. I came here to...
Why are you helping the vagrants look for medicine? If they're so great, how could they make a little girl go around running errands for them?
No, it's not like that. I wasn't made to do anything. It's just that the living conditions for the vagrants aren't great. There's not even a clinic in their camp. So I wanted to help them out. Also, not all of them are bad people. Everyone just wants to survive. Miss Sela, did this medicine belong to Miss Natasha? Then, can you give me some? The vagrant's injuries are quite serious.
I see. Let's split these painkillers then.
Really? We don't need to ask Miss Natasha first?
If I know Nat, she won't mind. Although, this will make it more difficult for us. She'll understand. She always does.
Great. Thank you, Miss Zila.
Are you leaving? This old town is too dangerous. We'll accompany you part of the way.
It's fine. I have Perkins for company. And I have some more things I need to look for here first.
Should you be letting a child walk around without any shoes? Because that might be bad for her.
Understood. Be careful, though.
Nat, we're back.
That's our Zila. Nothing if not punctual. So, did you find any usable supplies?
You got all of
Let me
them.
see. Metal plates, gauze bandages, painkillers, rubbing alcohol. Ah, perfect. That's It's just... there are less painkillers than I'd expected. Did someone break into the storage room?
We shared some with Clara.
Clara? Huh. If she was there too, then I understand. She wants to look after the injured vagrants, right? Clara's always been a kind-hearted girl. I think you made the right decision. Still, it means I'm going to have to draw up a detailed dosage plan.
Hey, don't worry. I'll help you.
No need. I'll handle the clinic. I assume you three have more important things to be getting on with, right? Oleg will be waiting, not to mention your two companions.
I nearly forgotten about those two. I forgot to say anything to them before I left.
I'm sure they won't mind. They seemed in good spirits.
I bet old Oleg wants to talk about Svarog. We should get going. Sorry, Nat. We'll have to leave the wounded to you.
Oh, no worries. I hope things go smoothly.
Okay, I got her. As a duplicate.